Hey guys, what's going on? Steven here. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to modify your Traxxas Big Bore Shocks. Okay, so first thing you're going to need is, of course, your Traxxas Big Bores. I have 8 of them total. These are for my rival. You're going to need your shock oil. You're going to need Vaterra part VTR 236013, Vaterra part VTR 243011. You will need these depending on how many shocks you have. I have 8 shocks on my rival, so I needed 4 bags of these. You will also need 2.5mm washers. Vaterra did not have these in stock at the time I ordered these, so I got those elsewhere. Okay, so moving on here, I will go ahead and get these out of the way for now. The reason I'm doing this is because I've been having a lot of issues with this style shaft. Your piston sits on here, and then you have an E-clip that goes on the top. Now my issue is when my shocks compress, is this E-clip keeps popping off and they keep bending. Okay, I don't like this design at all. I've been having nothing but issues with it. So the Vaterra shock shafts, your bottom here is where your rod end will thread onto. In here, the shock piston will actually sit on there and bolt on. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump right in. As you can see here, one on the left has already been modified. Okay, so you can see the difference in the shafts, and these ones I even put a stop on to try and solve that problem. So go ahead and slide these out of the way. Let's go ahead and start to disassemble our shock here. And we'll go ahead and remove the bottom. And we'll go ahead and we'll dump all of our shock oil out. So we got all of our shock oil out. Now next thing I like to do is I use these cutters here because they actually have that little groove in there, and I've noticed that my shock shafts actually fit perfect in there without scraping or scratching or messing them up. So we'll go ahead and remove this. And we'll go ahead and slide our shock shaft out. So you can see there how that one is, how it's held on with those E-clips. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take our driver here, we're going to pop that little E-clip off. Okay, so now we can get rid of this. So we're left there with our piston. Okay, now we got our shock shaft here. We'll go ahead, take one of our washers, go ahead and slide a washer on. Put your piston on. Now the big bore piston is pretty wide, okay? But we have to use this because this is what fits inside this shock body. Now, what we're going to have to do, go ahead and take your wheel wrench here and put the nut in so the locking side is facing out, okay? Now, this is going to have to go with the locking side facing down. Of course, yes, that is backwards. But the reason being is when tightening this down, this will actually not seat and let this lock all the way. Now you are going to have to put a fair bit of pressure on it, but it will finally go. Okay? Now when you do get it to go, do not tighten it down all the way yet. You still want this to be loose, okay? So then you're going to take your shock body here, you're going to go ahead and feed it into here, like so. Now, the reason you don't want to tighten this down all the way is because this is a little off there, okay? So that does slide in there nice. Now, go ahead and push it up just like this. Go ahead and grab the end back here. Now you can go ahead and tighten this down. You don't want to cinch it down, it doesn't need to be hard. And then go ahead and check and make sure that it slides nicely. Next thing we'll do, we'll go ahead, we'll fill up the shock. I'm using 40 weight. Go ahead and make sure that moves nice. Get all the air bubbles out. Once you got all the air bubbles out, go ahead and take your cap. Put your cap back on. Tighten it down. Put your rod end on there. Yes, I do use my own spacers here. These are full spacers. Put your shock back together. And there you have it. Okay, so that is how you modify a Traxxas Big Bore Shock and change the shafts to the bolt-on style instead of the clip style. A lot stronger than that, and now I don't have to worry about those E-clips popping off. So I appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave it a thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys next time. That said, remember, take care and always have fun.